The Battle of Moscow, a pivotal confrontation between the Soviet Union and Axis forces during the Second World War, unfolded from October 2, 1941, to January 7, 1942, in the midst of the grueling Eastern Front campaign. This clash, aimed at the Soviet capital, represented a crucial juncture in the war's trajectory, with profound implications for both sides. Nazi Germany, emboldened by its rapid territorial gains following the launch of Operation Barbarossa, sought to deliver a decisive blow to the Soviet war effort by capturing Moscow. Adolf Hitler viewed the Soviet capital as the symbolic and strategic linchpin, whose fall would shatter Soviet morale and facilitate German domination of the Eastern Front. The German offensive, spearheaded by Army Group Center under Field Marshal Fedor von Bock, initially made significant progress, advancing deep into Soviet territory. However, logistical challenges, stretched supply lines, and the onset of the harsh Russian winter soon exacted a heavy toll on the Wehrmacht's momentum. As temperatures plummeted and snow blanketed the landscape, German troops found themselves ill-equipped for the brutal winter conditions. Many soldiers lacked adequate winter clothing, and their equipment, designed for the temperate climates of Western Europe, struggled to function in the extreme cold. Frostbite, hypothermia, and other cold-related injuries became widespread among German ranks, sapping morale and combat effectiveness. Meanwhile, Soviet forces, under the command of General Georgy Zhukov, mounted a determined defense of Moscow. Despite being outnumbered and outgunned, they leveraged the vastness of the Russian landscape and the harsh winter weather to their advantage. Soviet troops, hardened by years of harsh conditions and ideological fervor, displayed remarkable resilience in the face of adversity. The Battle of Moscow became a protracted and bloody struggle, characterized by fierce combat and staggering casualties on both sides. German advances were frequently halted by stubborn Soviet resistance, as well as by the logistical challenges posed by the vast distances and severe weather conditions. As the winter deepened, the Siberian cold exacted an increasingly heavy toll on the German invaders. Mechanized units struggled to operate in the sub-zero temperatures, and supply lines stretched to the breaking point. German soldiers endured extreme privation and suffering, with many succumbing to frostbite, exposure, and disease. By December 1941, as temperatures plummeted to record lows, the German advance ground to a halt within sight of Moscow's outskirts. Soviet counterattacks, bolstered by fresh reserves and the harsh winter conditions, inflicted heavy losses on the beleaguered German forces. Ultimately, the Battle of Moscow ended in a strategic stalemate, with neither side achieving its objectives. For the Germans, it marked the first significant setback of the war, and shattered the myth of invincibility surrounding the Wehrmacht. Conversely, the Soviet Union emerged emboldened and resilient, its capital preserved and its determination to resist Nazi aggression strengthened. The Battle of Moscow thus stands as a testament to the resilience of the Soviet people and the brutal realities of warfare on the Eastern Front. It foreshadowed the long and arduous struggle that lay ahead, as both sides grappled with the harsh conditions and staggering human cost of total war.